Hey, what's up? This is ZEALE at Texas State University in San Marcos, Texas. So growing up in Austin, Texas is pretty awesome experience. I've been to a lot of cities, but I really like Austin. There's just a lot of music and a lot of culture there, so it definitely made me a diverse person in my music taste and in what I create. I mean, being classified as a Texas hip hop artist is it's kind of heavy because it comes with certain stereotypes of what like the international and national world know as Texas hip hop, which is like Houston, Screwed Up, you know, Paul Wall, Bun B, things like that, which is dope. I love all that stuff too. But Austin's very different. If you've been to Texas and you've been to Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, and then you get to Austin, you know it's very different than any other city in the state. And you know, I think for me, I'm kind of trying to pave the way for my city to have its own unique voice, and I would think I'm pretty much, you know, very much Austin, being born there and like having all that really just soaked into me. My musical taste, I think, because of how I was, you know, brought up and the people around me, is very diverse, and I bang all kinds of electronic, indie rock, hip hop, you know, classical music, you name it. You know, I listen to a wide variety of stuff, so I have a good musical palette. But for me, when it comes to what moves me the most, it can be any genre. So I do take samples from like Pink Floyd or Daft Punk or Metric or Mastercraft or Rat-a-tat, whatever, and I blend that to whatever fits my style, you know. So it's very much to me on what moves me and what like strikes me as a person, and then once I feel that, then it's easy to get that across in a song. So I just go with what moves me. It hasn't been a country song yet, thank God, but I won't rule it out. I would definitely say the most odd pairing that I've done so far is probably my Monster Hospital track, which is Metric mashed up by Mastercraft, and then I took it and chopped it up my own way. So it's pretty funny because it's like a mashup, I think would be the right title, because it's sampled and resampled. But I think that was a big shock for people to hear that, and obviously from the buzz that I got from it and people noticing it, I think it did what it was supposed to do. So I think that was probably one of the more crazy tracks that I've sampled. But I mean, I've sampled a lot of stuff, so it's I can't say anything is probably more crazy than that. It'd probably be the most like out there one that most rappers would be like, what is that? Well, I'm not sampling that. So I love freestyle and, you know, song crafting for each of their own purposes. You know, they each have their own effects, and freestyle is really for live shows and off the cuff and being able to just like go in the spur of the moment. I think people like that a lot because it's refreshing. A lot of hip hop artists don't do any of that, you know. A lot of public speakers don't just speak off the cuff. So it's fun for me. I think it's fun for other people too. So that's why I like freestyling. Songwriting, obviously, you know, that's where you really get in touch with, you know, a concept or thoughts that you have or emotions that you have, and have to, you know, transcribe them over to music, and that's a challenge and fun in itself too, you know. But I like doing both, and in all my shows I combine both, and I think my personality as an artist and my persona is both of those things very much.
It's just me and my girl and my team, the epitome of unstoppable energy. Please tell my enemies I'm going for infinity. Till my hustle implodes, I'ma stay on.
So I would say if I had to sum up my music in 3 words, it would be fresh, mashup, and connectedness. I don't know if it's a real word, but I'm gonna use it. So I went to high school in South Austin. I mean, I was born and raised there my whole life, which is awesome. And my parents, actually, my mom went to Texas State University. Back then it was Southwest. And my dad went to Concordia and another university at St. Mary's. My family's cool. I have a sister. It's awesome. She used to try to beat me up when I was a kid, so I got bigger, and then I put the smack down. In case she's watching, she knows what's up. So basically, one of the labels that I was interested in targeting, Red Bull Records. You know, I feel the business model is going more that way. That's another discussion. But basically, you know, I had a show in Austin in December with a band called AWOL Nation, who's signed on to Red Bull Records. Great band. They just released their music recently, but they were touring to support that. And basically, you know, all of my growing up and then developing my music from freestyle really kind of saved me that day, and saved them in a way, because that day when I opened up, killed my set, it was great. AWOL went up, they got 2 songs deep, and then their drum head broke, and they just kind of walked off stage, and they had to get it replaced, and they said it would be like, you know, 10-15 minutes to replace it. Meanwhile, the crowd's like sitting there hype, you know, eager. And so, you know, I was cued by my friends to run up there and freestyle. So I went and grabbed all the guys from AWOL Nation, we went on stage. They were like, yeah, let's do it, and ended up freestyling for 8 minutes about, you know, a broken drum and the show and what was going on and what people were wearing or whatever. And I think it turned some heads at their label, and since then we've been in conversation, and I don't know where it's going to go, but they're taking me out to LA to work on some music with them. So everything is going good right now and awesome. They came out to my South by Southwest show, and they were like, dude, we want to bring you out to LA. So of course I was like, yeah, duh, La La Land. But you know, my freestyle is what had me prepared for that. If I would have been an MC who didn't have any freestyle ability, I would have been screwed, you know, and there would have been this lull in the whole show. But it's always been important to me to keep and maintain my freestyle ability, because like I said, it's very much part of me as an artist, and it just helps to be a showman, you know. And I mean, I could be anywhere, anytime, and without a mic. I actually did a show, a little private show for South by, and the sound system went out, so I just like, whatever, I threw the mic down and I just like freestyled for like 5 minutes about the mic going out and everything else. And people were just like, yo, you're legit, you're the real deal. Because it's rare to find MCs that can still freestyle like that, you know. What's up, San Marcos? This is ZEALE, and I hope you're prepared for some motherfucking dope swagged out, super sick, in your face, running around everywhere but out, crazy, ridiculous swag all day. That's what the f is up. Music. All right, let's go.
Just my iPod and some songs from the Toadies. I should pack it all up like a roadie. Life is a drug and I think I'm gonna OD. I think I need an intervention from holding myself above the bar like division. Like 3D is something you could not envision without my dark shades or the stage that I'm ripping. I walk a fine line, but it feels like I'm tripping. Labeled as a black sheep, I go against tradition. Okay, if this is really all a dream, when we sleep and we wake, what the hell is in between? I'm solo tripping, man.